on this episode of Recreated Kinda, where we take a cooking competition show dish and try to make it at home, not with a recipe, but by developing our intuition. We are going to make a dish from Michelle Wallace in Bobby Flay's Triple Threat. Secret ingredients were peanuts and whole chicken, and we're gonna make one of the dishes that she ended up making. She didn't beat the round, sadly enough, but it looked delicious, so we're gonna make it. Let's make it happen. First thing we want to do is get our chicken marinating. The buttermilk needs at the very least 30 minutes to do its work in terms of tenderizing. What I already have here is chicken thighs that I have cut into basically thirds. And now we just season it. So we're gonna add a moderate amount of salt. My sister can't say anything because she lost her voice, but she will definitely let me know if it's too salty. Maybe one more pinch, just like that. And then we're going to add everything that she listed when she was describing her recipe. So we're gonna add some paprika. Enough of that. We're going to add some onion powder. Decent amount of that. And then we'll add some garlic powder. Ooh. Ooh! That's gonna be garlicky. A little bit of cayenne. Dang, that was a lot of garlic powder. A little bit of cayenne pepper, maybe like that much. And then give it a mix. The last thing we're going to do is add our buttermilk. We actually don't need a lot because in the episode, I'm gonna try to show you, she only put just enough to wet the chicken without actually letting it soak because you don't need too much buttermilk. So this is what it's looking like. I think I'm gonna add more paprika. Gosh, raw chicken smells nasty. It definitely doesn't need garlic powder. Just want to make sure the salt is dissolved. I'll probably add like that much. It's like not even a fourth of a cup. And then we're just gonna give this a mix. And then what we'll do is set this aside for about 30 to 40 minutes. Basically, we're going to make this mysterious white sauce that was never mentioned. And we're also going to make the peanut butter hummus. Not peanut butter, peanut hummus. For this mysterious white sauce that was never mentioned but was clearly on the plate, which I'm realizing they do that a lot on some of these cooking competition shows. That's neither here nor there. What we're going to assume is that this white sauce was yogurt based because Michelle Wallace was making a hummus. And when I think of hummus, I think of like tzatziki. So we have some Greek yogurt here. And then these herbs are a combination of parsley, cilantro, and just the green part of the green onion. And we're just gonna drop that in there. It didn't have too many specks on camera when we saw the episode. However, we like it a little bit more herbaceous, so we're gonna add more here. We're gonna add a pinch of salt. And then I've already prepared some garlic that I pre-minced and added a splash of vinegar to like get rid of that like raw garlic. Oh my gosh, so spicy.
Taste.
Yeah, taste. LOL. That's her trying to talk. But anywho, we're gonna put a little bit in there because we need some also for the hummus. So we're just going to mix this, give this a taste, and honestly, it's that simple. It is done. We might actually add a little bit of water.
Or lemon juice.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. Be right back while I get the lemon. So we added some zest and some juice. I just want to quickly show you how silly this lemon looks. Even though it's tons of pith. Did you get that? Great. Even though it's tons of pith, we added just a little bit of lemon zest, like maybe just 1 or 2 passes of the zester, and then half of this lemon juice in here, and it tastes great. So what we're going to, did you see the seed plop in there?
Yep.
We're going to move on to the next part, which is the peanut hummus. So see you on the other side. In my food processor for this peanut butter hummus, I already gave the peanut hummus. I gave my peanuts a head start. She did hers in the blender. We made a choice. We did it in here. So we're just gonna go with it. So we put our peanuts in here with a little bit of oil and already the tahini that we're gonna add in our hummus. Gave this a head start. Maybe we pulse it on high for 3 minutes or so. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our chickpeas. And we're just gonna continue to blitz it. The goal is to get a very smooth consistency, which means we're probably gonna have to do that for a while. And I know one of the tricks that I've seen a lot in hummus recipes is to add water. So
cold water.
Super cold water. If anything, they add ice. So we're gonna come back and I'll show you when it's almost time to do all those steps. So this is what it looks like now. It's actually thicker than I feel like it normally is. It's probably just because of the peanuts. What we're going to do is slowly drizzle in some additional olive oil. And I don't think it needs any more tahini. So we're going to squeeze in some of the lemon juice. We'll probably add, honestly, like a whole lemon in here. And then hopefully it looks different when you come back. Oh, and some ice water. Just take a look at what it looks like. It's definitely getting there. I added a touch of oil, a touch of water, and you could probably see I added some ice cubes. That way the temperature of the hummus stays cool, even though, you know, a lot of friction. We added some lemon zest. The reason why we add some lemon zest in addition to lemon juice is because the lemon zest actually has more lemon flavor. Lemon juice has a mild lemon flavor, and it also brings like acidity. So this is no acidity, pure lemon flavor. And we like it, so we add it. And then can I get the juice? The juice. We're gonna add some lemon juice. This is half a lemon juice.
Half a lemon.
Half a lemon juiced. And then I'm gonna just squeeze in a little bit more olive oil and actually salt, because it needs some of that. Now, just some salt. So we're just gonna keep at it until we're done with this. This is what she looks like. Yum, super delicious. In total, I probably added 1 can of chickpeas, maybe like 4-ish ounces of peanuts, maybe about 1/4-ish a cup of tahini, maybe a little bit less. The same amount, a little bit more actually, maybe in olive oil and in water, maybe somewhere between maybe like 1/3 a cup of each, perhaps. 2 cloves of garlic, a decent amount of salt, some lemon zest, some lemon juice, all that to taste. And then sometimes I add nutritional yeast, which is, what is this? Dried yeast. That's what it is. And it has a whole bunch of B vitamins. This tastes very good and it adds an umami flavor. This is like a hack that I use a lot in the kitchen. So I added that at the end to help get you that like tingling sensation right here. So overall, it's really good. Why do we not use recipes? Because we're not robots here. And it's really fun to, I don't want to say play with your food, but like low-key, that's what it feels like when you're experimenting in the kitchen. You're like having fun, you're playing, and then you're also like learning along the way how much of stuff is enough. So we knew that raw garlic was a lot. So we started with 1 clove, we tasted it, we decided to add another one. We knew that lemon juice doesn't have a strong lemon flavor, so we also added lemon zest. It's like those things that you pick up as you're, for lack of a better term, playing in the kitchen, that ultimately makes you a better cook. And that's like the whole point, like to get better, more confident, just like, let's make a quick decision and move on. So we can actually get started on the chicken now. Well, let's double check the oil. Give it a little mixy mix with this, and then we double check. Good, great. If anything, it's a little too hot, which is fine, because when we drop in the cold chicken, it's gonna bring down the temperature. So what we're going to do before we drop it in there is we're going to add some additional things to the chicken mix. In this bowl, we have half flour, half cornstarch, and a little bit of baking powder. She mentioned adding flour and baking powder in the episode. We decided to add cornstarch because it also helps with crispiness. That's what this is helping us do, to create a nice crisp on the outside. And so we're just helping it out with a little bit more cornstarch. So we're gonna add half of this. We're gonna give it a mix to coat the chicken. And it should help create some sort of thick kind of paste on the outside of the chicken, which is going to become a nice crust. That feels good. Great, and then we're just gonna dump it in there. And as you already know, your boy doesn't like to fry it because it's scary. So what we're going to do is probably do this in thirds, right? Right? Okay, great. So this is my bowl. This is my frying oil, and this is my my little rack where I'm going to put all the cooked chicken so the grease can fall through and help maintain a crispiness all around. So we're gonna drop a few pieces. I'm gonna do it one at a time. It's a little thick, so down and away from the camera person too. She had to step back. Great. And we'll basically come back when it's done. I feel like each thing will probably take about 5 to 8 minutes. We are back. Show them the chicken. Oh. It's done. I personally think we might have overcooked some of the pieces.
No such thing.
If you didn't hear that, I'll put subtitles. So anywho, we ended up doing what we said to the chicken, which is cooked it in 3 batches, about 5 to 8 minutes. We tempted to make sure that it reached like above way more than 655 because their thighs, they actually need a...
165?
That's what he said.
665.
We can replay that. 655. Way above 165 is what we want because in order for the chicken thighs to get nice and juicy and succulent and you know, like really tender, you actually want to take it to past... I'll put the correct temperature here, but my guess is like 195-ish or so. We're going to plate. We're going to put a nice little dollop in the center. And then we'll do like a circle swoosh. Do you like that, Nikki? She hates it. Doesn't matter. We're going with it. We're going to do a little bit of...
You can make it bigger.
Bigger? Like that? Okay, great. We're going to do some paprika. Does that please you? Okay. And then we're going to grab one piece of chicken. 2 pieces of chicken. I actually should have done that. Then we're gonna grab our not so mysterious white sauce for us because I showed you how to make it. And then we'll cover it with some microgreens as a garnish. That's better. Wow, literally everything is better with microgreens. Now it's time to eat. I was making fun of my sister because off camera she was using very silly knives to cut stuff. So this is my attempt at making fun of her. We're going to give it a taste. I'm just going to pre-cut some chicken so that it's easier for me. And then no small bites here. If you watch Culinary Class Wars, the 2 judges also don't know how to take small bites. So this is in honor of them. It's so good. I already know what I want to say. All in all, I would give this dish, honestly, like a 9 or 9.5. The peanut hummus is delicious. The peanut flavor is nice and prominent. You get the tahini in the back end. My only 2, I don't want to call them issues, but my only 2 critiques of the hummus would be I would like it smoother. I think the chickpeas got smooth, but there were still a little bit pieces of the peanuts. So perhaps if you want to try this, just stick with a natural peanut butter that doesn't have like much ingredients in there. That way you don't have to do the hard work of making sure that it's smooth. And then perhaps if you have a high-powered blender, do that. That's one. The second thing would be, I honestly just prefer personally roasted garlic in my hummus. So I would keep maybe 1 raw garlic, and then I would add like half of an entire head of garlic that's been roasted. Other than that, It is delicious, and we will be enjoying the rest of that. This mysterious white sauce, I think it's fine. Perhaps maybe instead of Greek yogurt, I would do plain white yogurt because that already has like a thinner texture, but it's good. Honestly, I think we could even put more herbs in it or just on top. I think the microgreens are good, but they don't really do much, you know? They're just for looks. The fried chicken, I think it's delicious. I think this time maybe it could have used a little bit more salt, but just by a little bit. And I do, me personally, don't like how dark the chicken came out. So all in all, I would say my execution of this, a 9. This dish in total, 9.5. I think these flavors are not so foreign, so I think that it's really good for that reason, that it's very pleasing to the general palate. That's all I have. So thanks for watching this episode of Recreated Kinda. Hopefully you got inspired to get into the kitchen and make something delicious, not with a recipe, but with a little bit of intuition. Like, subscribe, see you next week. I don't know why I started to eat. Are you recording? Great.